The last major piece of infrastructure that we're addressing is the greenhouse slash chicken coop. The greenhouse, like the irrigation system, was here when we first bought the home. And sometime into our second year living here, the first time, we converted 1/3 of it to be a chicken coop. The part right behind me. Chickens sit at the center of our gardening philosophy. They're kind of a no-brainer for us when it comes to making compost for the garden and, of course, supplying eggs. The problem with having our chicken coop here is that it breaks up the flow of our garden beds where we want to put them, and it isn't really the most convenient location for being able to bring them material to process and then remove to compost. Chickens are excellent pre-compost makers in that they look at a pile of leaves or straw or wood chips, and then they just assume that there are bugs hiding in there. So they shred up the materials looking for said bugs and poop on them, which makes them just really easy to rake the chicken bedding back out of the coop and pile it up to make a hot compost pile that's then ready to use in the garden in a month. Thing is, with having our chicken coop so far back on our property, it's a bit tedious having to lug back carbon-rich material for their bedding and then compost it and lug it back to the whole rest of the yard to spread it. Instead, we wanted to have it in a more central location so that we didn't have to move materials so many times before ending up in the garden. And we wanted it to be easy to deliver the materials. So the best location that we could think of was the space right at the end of our pseudo lower driveway, where we've gotten manure deliveries and brought bags of leaves from the neighbors in the past. That said, a greenhouse is quite a large thing to move, so I'm deconstructing it and preparing to put it back together down there with a few key changes. And we'll showcase this in a video a little bit later on this year, so stay tuned for that. But that's going to give the engine of the farm a more central and integrated location that'll make everything just a bit more convenient.